Well, I was racing videos to try to make this one, but it seems like the big jet might have just took off. I don't know if that's the big special vice president jet that just took off. But, you know, my story of injustice is so blatantly extreme that it would make any decent human being sick to their stomach if they heard it, if they saw it play out the way it really did. It's disgusting, and it's everything that's wrong with this country. And if you want to create a better tomorrow, you deal with our situations and you make things right by us. We get honored for being honorable through what we've had to endure and survive. So, I was born in 1976, South Salt Lake, Area 52, Dugway Proving Grounds. My mom always said they did a little extra testing on me there. And she was just grateful to leave. But we continued to live near nuke houses and biological proving grounds up until the first 5 years of my life. Well, I surpassed all my milestones like expected, crawling out of my crib at 9 months old, not just walking by then, literally able to crawl out of my crib at that point in time. Surpassed all my milestones with flying colors in the 99th percentile, set the curve. You know, at the top and every different genius. I've talked about some of the abuses, but I'm not going to bring that up in this video. Go to the most likely to succeed. And at 29, with 5 years of college and 3 businesses I'd started from scratch on my own, successful overnight, I looked like I was on my way. On my way to being able to, you know, start the dozen of businesses I dreamed about, provide good quality jobs to people. And I'm really different about how I care about other people and work with other people. I'm an exception to the rule. Like, I'm not somebody that just like does it for myself. Happens to somehow, oddly, just miraculously get people to slave into building their empire and their lives while they give nothing back to them in return. I planted many seeds. I had my harvest stolen. I created a worldwide genre in jewelry that's now recreated by thousands of people across the globe. My designs somehow ending up in Walmart, Kmart, Temu, Hallmark, Free People, Murdoch's, and who knows where else. It was right about that time I started to become successful in that business that things got really, really rough in my life. Like, I'd be working on the computer and I couldn't really think straight. I kind of think that's probably how my grandpa felt when his millions upon millions of dollars ended up in the hands of Jimmy Carter all of a sudden overnight. And then he suddenly passed away of heart failure when we were all getting ready to go down and celebrate his 100th birthday. At least that's the story I was told. I was bedridden for years, many years, with symptoms that are connected to a Lyme disease co-infection. I got medically neglected for a good dozen years in this town. That since there's a mining pit that's full of black mold, of course, they're covering up all the mold issues. So that's not something that they really try to save lives concerning. It's more like cover it up. They've been doing that since the mining days here. My story is long. There's a lot to it. I do have other YouTube pages. Due to the constant hacking that I've been experiencing since I was almost killed on a not welfare check when I wasn't going to hurt anyone or myself. I just simply was so sick. I'd been bedridden for years and I just needed Lyme and mold treatment. I poured into the businesses of the family members that refused to help me. They all benefit from the work that I did when I was somewhat healthy. More of my medical story is my son ended up dead on a operating table in Helsinki, Finland at 20 months old after they moved to the right of Chernobyl in Omsk under Tomsk. And his rat lungworm grew out of control. They thought they were going to do heart surgery, but turns out when they opened him up, the infection had spread all into his heart and organs originating from a white spot